Welcome back, everybody, to Sully's Mistake Factory. Thank you guys for tuning in. This week, as you can kind of see, we are inching closer and closer to launch date. Why? Because there's no snow on the ground. So what are we talking about this week, guys? This week, we are talking about chafe protection. Now, you probably are familiar with chafe protection if you've ever tied up on like a concrete dock, or maybe had some sharp edges on a boat or something and you're worried about your dock lines. That's not what we're talking about. If you watch one of my previous episodes about the DC wiring, you know that you can have chafing happening pretty much anywhere on the boat. So we're going to hop on board here. I'm going to go ahead and change up into my work clothes, and we're going to go up there, and I'm going to show you guys some of the things to look out for, because an ounce of prevention, guys, again, just like everything else, it's going to save you from a potentially really bad weekend. So let's go ahead, let's hop up there, and let's check out what we've got going on and what we can do to prevent chafe. All right, guys, so like I said, kind of started going down the rabbit hole of checking for chafe, and I'm actually pulling up all the floorboards in my engine space here and trying to get everything, spring cleaning and doing all that. So kind of doing, two birds, one stone kind of a thing here. And I took a quick peek and I noticed, hey, let's look at this hose right here. This is my engine intake hose. It was replaced with hose from, 2007, it says right there. Somewhere along the line, that hose has been updated. Goes up to our strainer, that's totally normal. Comes out of our strainer, totally normal. And then it's going to go back to our engine raw water pump right over there. But it goes right over this knife edge of a drip pan right here. Now, like I said, guys, this is still got to get cleaned up, obviously. But look, there's no protection, no nothing. This hose is sitting right on top of that. Nothing to protect it. Now, yes, that is a double-walled hose. It's wire reinforced. It is a thick hose. But if that failed just from, normal wear, tear, vibration, everything like that, you've got a twofold problem happening for you guys. First problem is you're now getting water into your boat that hopefully the bilge pumps are maybe keeping up with, and maybe you notice it quick enough and you can shut that through hull. Maybe you don't notice it. The engine is now getting starved for cooling water. The engine overheats. Now you've overheated your motor, you've lost propulsion, and you're taking on water. So a totally avoidable thing by just putting some chafe protection on that hose. Now, like I said, guys, there's a couple different ways you can do it. You can literally just take some old hose, cut it in half, slide it over it. It'll have a nice curvature already for that hose, and you can zip tie it or you can hose clamp it in place. What I like to do is if you can get your hands on some old fire hose like this here and just chop it up into sections. Works really great for your dock lines, but it also works really, really good for chafe protection on hoses and things like that. So what I do, like I said, I just cut it in half, and then I cut it in half again, right? I get my length that I need, and I just open it up. Now I've got this nice rubber protection on there. It's chafed on this side, and now all I can do is I can take this, curve it to the hose that I need it to go to, and then with as simple as a couple of zip ties, hold the thing in place, I've now got chafe protection on there. I've now got another layer. I've eliminated a potential pitfall and problem. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get that stuck on there and show you guys what that looks like. I don't think you really need a demonstration of how to cut fire hose or wrap it halfway around there. So we're going to cut that part of it out and show you guys the finished project here in a second. And there you have it, guys. It's just that simple. 4 zip ties and the fire hose cut across here. And now we've got that extra layer of protections. You can kind of peek in there and see that that's going to sit on there, and we should be all good. And it gives us something, we have a wear point now, right? Now, if we want to, end of the season, I can go ahead and I can look under there and see what kind of chafe and what kind of wear of any kind that we might have going on. So I'm going to go through the rest of the boat, check into the other points. I know I got to do the engine on this side. It's got the exact same issue going over a knife edge. And I think the generator's got a catch pan in back as well. So we'll go ahead and we'll put some chafe gear on that. So like I said, guys, this one is very simple. It's very inexpensive to do. And it can seriously save your weekend, save your boat, just by that ounce of prevention of, just looking around your boat, paying attention, especially as we roll into the summer season and using your boat. So thank you guys for tuning in. Hopefully you found this informative. And, spiel I got to say it anyway. Make sure to give us a like, follow, subscribe, share on Navtronics. We have new episodes of Sundays with Sully, most Sundays at 10 a.m. I think we're winding down. We might have 1 or 2 more episodes here of Sully's Mistake Factory. So if you like these, leave it down below in the comments. Let us know. Maybe you want us to cover something else a little more in depth for you guys. We're happy to do it. Just leave it down below in the comments and give us a subscribe and all that fun stuff. And we will see you guys out on the water soon. Peace.